Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Endemic Matt has released his final roundup of 2018, some of the top scenarios, at least in his opinion. And I will say I'm quite glad to see some of our very own Discord members made the list. The very top is Cult of Nyarlathotep by Theoxys. Well done, Theoxys. It was a great scenario. But I was shocked to see that there's actually one scenario on that list that I haven't played, and I find that completely unacceptable, so we're going to fix that today. It's called Reality Drift. There it is. That one right there. Now, it says it's by Light 7. That's not the author name that is in Endemic Matt's list, but it is the same one I checked, so here we go. Custom Plague Inc. scenario created with the Scenario Creator Beta, which I think is really odd, because it says it's in 2014. To which I'm like, wait, how did this just make this year's top list if it's 2014? But okay, let's give it a shot. The logo of the scenario does not belong to me. It is owned by Valve. Okay. So it causes humans to live in a plague of their own images. It is a prion, so we'll go for the catalytic switch, genetic mimic, aquastatic chemophile, and transstasis. And it is called BDRD by default. Defense? I almost said defense. Reality Drift and you. Welcome to the Reality Drift scenario, a disease that leaves you empty. Empty inside, void of all attention and love and feeling. Warning, this disease is a subtle yet lethal disease. If lethal enough, any infected patients can lose all connection to the world. Start in Saudi Arabia. That sounds like the sort of place where they may want to lose all touch with reality, right? I'm not saying anything in particular with that. I just wanted to... whatever, fine. We have our birds, rodents, livestock, blood, insects, water, and air. Nothing new in the transmissions front. Symptoms, however, we do have insomnia to start. Inability to sleep makes people irritable and less productive. Generic descriptions there, but we do get a fair bit of severity. Nothing really new here in the abilities either. Neural atrophy. Causes breakdown in concentration. Becomes harder. Alright, well, I'm very curious to see why this made Endemic Matt's list. I have high hopes, high expectations, and if it is terrible and not very creative, well then, Endemic Matt, why would you leave me wrong like that? Let's start off with a bit of air transmission since we are off in Saudi Arabia. At the end of the day, the basics of the game still hold the same pretty much no matter what you do, right? I'm going to go ahead and grab insects as well for a bit of hot transmission as we eventually spread into India. Making a good amount of DNA, kind of the early game. I like that. We'll go for air level 2. Now, of course, the thing about the prion is that... I'm actually trying to remember. I play the prion so darn rarely. I'm trying to remember exactly what it does. It's very difficult to detect, but if I recall correctly, this is the one that has a delayed effect in actually ramping up severity and lethality and so on. So your timings get all messed up with the prion. We'll go for a little bit of water transmission as well. Scientists increase understanding of nothing. They have never known anything. Scientists, dude, they just put on a white lab coat and everyone thinks they know what they're talking about, but it ain't true. We're going to pick up some insomnia for a little bit of severity as we continue to spread. Fever. A little bit of fatality, it says. Well, I don't see any evidence of fatality and lethality, so I'm going to pick this up anyway. Then we have memory loss. Brain forgets certain memories and ideas. And coughing, which fever apparently leads to coughing for some reason. Can't say that that makes a whole lot of sense to me, and there's the coughing for free. Hey, coughing's fine. I'm good with that one. For abilities, we will start off with a little bit of drug resistance. They have already detected me, which is shocking given that I am a prion, and yeah, I've hit critical mass in Saudi Arabia, but that's kind of it. A little bit of cold resistance would not go amiss right about now. Okay. Well, so far I'm not seeing anything outrageous here. We do have hypersensitivity for the rich regions, which is usually quite good. I think I might want to save up a little bit and not get too much severity. I'm a little concerned about them shutting some stuff down on me, but... as we continue to spread, you know what? No, let's go for the hypersensitivity for the rich regions. That should be completely fine. It's like a poor man's drug resistance. You can't complain about that. We're going to go for the cold resistance. Now, we could go for the neural atrophy, which slows down the cure. Wait a minute. Am I thinking of the wrong ones here? Hang on. Prion. Hard to cure? Crap. I've played this game for so long that they've all blended together. Also, no one creates prion scenarios anymore, which makes me sad, because they are actually pretty fun. Let's see. I will go for a little bit of land transmission to kind of aid things, and then I think we save up points to go for some extra severity and symptoms. Memory loss should be completely fine. That leads to hallucinations. Lack of sleep induces false images, thus decreasing attention. Decreasing attention or increasing attention? Decreasing their attention, but bringing increased attention to the disease. Yes, that is how this one works. Let's see. Nothing else in the symptoms tree. I'm a little concerned. What am I missing exactly? Do I have to go for neural atrophy? I might. All right, neural atrophy level 1. Hey, it does lead to stuff. Okay. Paranoia, unlikely to seek treatment with others. I'm good with that. And then psychosis. Psychotic episodes of extreme violence, which can be lethal. Hey, finally some lethality on the board. All right, we're going to go for the extra level of neural atrophy. We did get into Greenland. All we're missing is Morocco at this point, so lethality is completely fine with me. Looks like we got it for free anyway. Then we have seizures, which also can be fatal, which appears to have done basically nothing. Paralysis. Pathogen destroys motor neurons. Harder to cure. I mean, that's great and all. But now I don't really have much in the way of DNA. Well, I say that, and then we just get suddenly 20 more DNA. All right. Paralysis or insanity? I think insanity is better, because it's harder to cure, but more lethal. Which, you know, yeah. Also, okay, Prion being hard to cure and all that, we actually are going to get the extra DNA, so we're not running out of gas. I keep forgetting this is my strategy with the Prion. Again, it's been a long dang time. A long dang time since I've even bothered with that. We'll go for neural atrophy level 3. We have our coma. This leads to reality drifting, finally. The brain loses all functioning. That's a proper sentence. Leaving you as a void in the world. A void in the world. That sounds like a great book title right there. Anyone else agree? Yeah, just me? Okay. Yeah, I guess I have different tastes than you. Let's go for reality drifting level 1. That leads to level 2. Brain shifts from reality to other worlds, causing severe memory loss. So are we actually transposing ourselves into other worlds, or are we just getting horribly distracted? Is this just another form of ADHD? That's not exactly how ADHD works, but I think you guys get the point. All right, that leads to reality drifting level 3. Temporarily loses energy to normally function, thus creating its own images. So now it's just hallucination? I mean, is that all it is? It's just super hallucination? All right, pick that one up. And then we have reality drifting 4. Brain permanently loses energy to normally function, thus conjuring, not conjuring, haunting images. Oh, good. So now it is hallucinations with a particular horrifying twist to it. So we're living in our own nightmare, a nightmare of our own making. I mean, yeah, that is kind of cool, I guess. But I mean, is this endemic Matt top level worthy of cool? I don't know. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And does that end? Yep, there we go. All humans are brain dead. Done. Everyone in the world no longer sees the real world, but rather a haunting world of fears. You evolve reality drift 4. Good job. Unless you used cheats, in which case you're a filthy cheater. I retract my praise, I think is the implied message we're supposed to take out of that. 417 days, 14% cure progress, 61,574 points, 2 stars. I mean, it's okay. I would not say that this is top of 2018 level of good, especially given that this came out in 2014. I will say, back when this was a beta, right, the scenario creator beta was in action, this actually would have been pretty good, right? Someone really jumping into it when it's brand new, really no idea what they're doing, coming with something from scratch. You know, hey, I would have applauded that. Again, I'm confused by the 2018 list, but in 2014, Pravus had played this, and it would have been really good, and I would have been happy. I'll say yes, I enjoyed it. Certainly. Am I missing something? Is there another reality drift? This is the one that came up in the link, but I don't think there was another one. Huh. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then I ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.